I'm just finishing up my book on Marjoe Gortner called WILDCAT. So for anyone who doesn't know, Marjoe Gortner was found fame as America's youngest child evangelist back in the 40s. As a 4-year-old, he was ordained minister, was officiating over marriage ceremonies and caused a lot of controversy. Because of him, they changed the laws so that you had to be over the age of 18 to be able to marry someone. So he basically became famous as America's youngest child evangelist until he outgrew his cuteness and parents sort of ran off with all the money he'd made for them. And in the late 60s, he came back to the preaching circuit as kind of like a Mick Jagger-esque kind of rock star televangelist. Predated the whole sort of Benny Hinn televangelism of the later days. And in 1972, he allowed cameras to sort of follow him across America's South on a revival tour, and basically as the documentary progressed, it became more of an expose on the tricks that evangelists use in order to con money out of people. And because of that, the documentary found a lot of fame and won the Academy Award that year for Best Documentary. And he used that, I guess, the notoriety inspired by the documentary to springboard himself into a career in sort of mainly exploitation and horror films. He was in a couple of big budget movies like Earthquake and things like that, but mostly he stuck to low budget exploitation things like The Food of the Gods, which was the first movie I saw him in, and later movies like Hellhole and Star Crash, the Italian sort of Star Wars ripoff with Carolyn Munro. And he kind of disappeared in the mid-90s. So my book, WILDCAT, is mostly about his film career. It does talk a little bit about his past, but mostly it's an examination of his film and television career from the early 70s up to the mid-90s, and just putting the final touches, going through the final proofread on that. It should hopefully be out either later this year or early next by Bear Manor. Just waiting for the cover art to be finalised by an artist in the UK. So that's pretty much done and dusted.